Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 226. And I'm going to share a new upcoming suite that, oh my gosh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is up my alley. And in fact, I'm not sure, I haven't seen the new mini catalog that's coming up, and that will be where I get my projects from and things like that for my upcoming fall virtual social. So you're going to want to make sure, go to my blog, you holler at me if you need more information, but that's in September. It's a virtual fall social. So I'm not sure if this is going to be part of that. Or if I will do it as a standalone class. So kind of let me know as I'm playing with it today. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. So I thought I would just play with it. We had a virtual event, Creativity Now, on the weekend, and we played with it. So yeah, I just wanted to bring it to your attention so that you can let me know what you think. And so yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So this is the monsoon season, we like to call it. Jeff's not a fan of that word because he's like, if you've been places where it's like a real monsoon, that's not what it is, but that's what they call it here. And then the last, I don't know how many, 5-6 years or whatever, now they also mention a haboob, and that's, it's so dry here, and then the wind just picks up, and then this big, it's just this dust ball just kind of comes. And so if you Google haboob, it's quite interesting to look at. It's not so much fun to be in it, especially if you're driving. There's a whole bunch of rules you want to do to get off the road safely because a lot of accidents happen. So if you are in Arizona when the monsoons are going on, or haboobs or any of that, just please drive safely, and if you can stay home when those things are going on, please do so. All right, so I'm going to start my Teach Me Tuesdays with this beautiful, and it's called Winterly Treetops. Isn't that so beautiful? Oh my gosh. So I'll show you it more when I spin the camera. So close your eyes just for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Oh, and remember, I am in the chat room during the video premiere. So if you have any questions or you want to talk about anything, that's where I'll be. I think usually YouTube makes you log into your Google account. You don't have to have a YouTube channel, but I do believe in order to participate in the chat, they want you logged into your Google, if I'm not mistaken. If you're watching the replay, then leave a comment below. YouTube will let me know, and then I can reach out to you. Okay, so now for real, I'm going to spin my camera, so close your eyes. Okay, so here is the stamp set, so you can see it better. Winterly Treetops. Oh, isn't it just so cute? These little birds are just adorable. And this right here kind of reminds me, almost like I know it's not a cattail, because they're too small, but I don't know what this is called, but I know that they kind of open up. Or maybe it's called a pussy willow. Is that what it is? I'm not sure. But anyways, super cute. But anyways, all right. And then it has a matching die. So there's some really fun pieces. So you've got birds and twigs and leaves. And then this really fun, so that you can put the birds like inside, the tree branches. So again, make sure you let me know if you want me to do this as a standalone class, where you would get the bundle, or I haven't seen the whole, like what it will be in the mini catalog. There's also the Birchwood 3D. Oh, isn't that so cool? And it's one of those big dies. Like, look at the different, like if you can kind of visualize, like this is the size of the stamp case, and that's how much bigger it is. So just to give you an idea. So that is cool too. So like I said, just make sure you let me know if you're going to do the fall social, if you'd like that to be part of it, or if I should do a standalone class. I just don't know what to do yet because there's so many fun things. I think I could do more with it as a standalone class. But like I said, till I see the mini catalog, I don't know. But I'm definitely going to do it for something. All right, so this is just some of the paper. And so look at the paper. So you can cut out some of the birds. So you can see I have been already cutting at it. And then the back side is this beautiful blue. Look at these little birdies here with their little pine cones. And then that back side is like a green. Here goes some more little birds. So some cut out with a die, and then some you have to fussy cut. And then looks like snow, doesn't it? Beautiful. And then here's some more of those. I think they're called pussy willows. All right, I'm just going to put this. So I just have these little cello bags. So when I cut my paper, I put the smaller pieces in there, and it just kind of keeps it from getting messed up in my cupboard. But look at this one. I love that when we do papers like this, especially if you're a scrapbooker, because you can cut this, and then you have room for your photos, or even if you're a card maker, because you just cut it in half, and then you've got like 6 cards there. And then the back side they look like little feet prints. And then we have, I think these are aspen trees with some little birds flying around. And then the back side is almost, I'm not sure what those are. Would that be Queen Anne's lace? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm a stamper, not a plant person. And I think that was all of them. Yeah. So anyways, super cute. I loved it. Because I usually always do the Creativity Now events that Stampin' Up! Puts on. But I don't always get the stamps. Because sometimes I'm like, that's not, I'm not interested in that. It's not my style. But I still want to be part of the event. And because you can learn things whether you get the bundle or not. But as soon as I saw this suite, I'm like, getting it. And I actually did my projects for the day. Okay, so we're going to have fun with this set. Now I'm going to do 2 cards today. All right, so I did do some of this stuff ahead of time just to speed things up. So this is going to go on the inside here, but I'm going to just to show you what I did. So this is just a memento. And again, if you are new to my channel, the memento pad does not come like this. It comes like a smaller pad. And I just bought an empty, the white craft pad, and I just put memento ink in it. So now I have like an easier to use memento pad that I don't have to mess with the lid. And I do have a video on that. All right, so we're just going to stamp the cute little birds with memento. And then I have a little strip here for my greeting. Now I cut a couple of them because I wasn't for sure how straight I had mounted my thinking of you. So let's see how good I did. Yay! That doesn't always happen. All right. I had my Stamp-O-Majig at the ready just in case. All right. So then I'm going to take it over to my cut and emboss and die cut it out. So I did that ahead of time. Now I like to cut them out after I emboss them, or I mean after I die cut them, because sometimes you get it all colored real pretty, and then you run it through the machine and something happens, it tweaks, or you're not paying attention and then you cut it crooked. So that's just that's just if you want to or not. I have done it either way, but this time, just for the video at least, I cut it out ahead of time. All right, I also ran some crumb cake through that birch wood 3D embossing folder. So that's pretty cool, and that's just going to go on there. All right, now I'm going to color with blends. The day of the event, they colored with watercolor pencils, but I did all my make and takes differently, or my projects, so I'm just going to go with how I did it. And I actually took reference to the designer series paper for my bird colors. So I'm going to use the dark Pool Party, and I'm going to put a little dark on the wings and the head. And a little bit around the edge here. And then I'll take my light, and I'm just going to put a little bit of light, not a whole lot, and I'm barely touching the paper. And I'm just kind of brushing it so it's not even, and then it kind of makes the birds look a little feathery, because you're just kind of brushing that, and then it just kind of gives them that feathery kind of look. Alright, so they're very subtle in color. Then I'm going to take my light lemon lime lolly, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little lemon lime, just a little bit around their wings, like that. And let's get my pumpkin. I don't know why I always gravitate to pumpkin for my bird beaks, but I do. So this is just dark pumpkin. And then my twigs, or my branches, I'm going to do 4 and 600. So I haven't done my tones for a while, so remember, the higher the number, the lighter. So I'm going to go with 600 since it's lighter, and we're going to color our twig or our branch with 600. And then we'll come back with the 400 and put a little shading. Don't forget the twigs on the berries. Alright, and then I'm going to take my 400 and put a little dark. Like where the bird is sitting, that branch should be a little darker. And so not a lot. Alright. Now we are using Blackberry Bliss for our card base. So since we're using Blackberry Bliss, I want to use Blackberry Bliss somewhere on my bird. Now if I didn't use it on my bird, I could have stamped it for my greeting, but I'm going to use it for the berries. So I'm going to just use my light Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to just kind of ignore that white spot, because that's just going to be our highlight. So this is just a light Blackberry Bliss. And then I'm going to come back with the dark and just put a little bit here and there, because it's pretty dark. We also got, there's also some bling that went with the suite, and I'm not for sure where I put it, because I was cleaning out my studio. So I'm just going to use some different bling for today. All right, so then I'm going to take the dark blackberry, and I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. Just so that those berries have a few different colors. And then as this dries, it will lighten up a little bit. Okay. So now, let's go over to the card. So like I said, this is Blackberry Bliss. And I'm just going to put a piece of plain white in, I'm looking for my seal, in the inside, because it is dark, and that way I can write something on there when I'm ready to use the card. Okay, so let's bring this fun little embossed piece over, and I'm going to just glue it right to the card. I'm putting it up a little high so we have like kind of a bare spot down here. Alright, so let me get my thinking of you. And that's going to go up here. And I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. My dimensionals on my drawer. I'm also going to put our little birds on with dimensionals too. Alright, so thinking of you, and it kind of goes, you know, it sticks out a little bit. Okay, and now our cute little birdies. And then, like I said, I'm not sure what I did with the bling that we got. Alright, so we've got our cute little birds, and I want this to be straight. So that our little birds are kind of on an angle, right? Alright, so look how cute these are. Alright, so then the bling I'm going to use is the adhesive backed metallic gems, because I thought these would look amazing with this. This is one of the new embellishments this year, but look how gorgeous they are. There's like a copper, gold, and a silver. So they're super pretty. So I thought, hey, they would look amazing with this. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the copper. And these are adhesive backed. 1, 2, I'm just going to put 3 for now. Alright, but I want to do something extra to this. But look how cute they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fine tip glue. Now this is in the catalog, so this is a fine tip glue pen. And I always have issues with it getting gunked up in here. So what I've done is I put it in one of my little fine tip glue bottles, and you can, if you go to my favorite things on my blog, you can find these in there in the craft section, and that's what I use these for, because I have them for my Tombow. I have the alcohol in there when I do that alcohol technique. What else do I just have a lot of like water, so they're great to put things in and just kind of have on your station without taking a lot of room. So I have put the fine tip glue in it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this out, and I'm going to use the fine tip glue on the berries. Now you don't want to shake this, because you will get bubbles in it. So I'm not worried too much with the berries, because it's not going to be like totally obvious. But this, the fine tip glue, is basically like Crystal Effects. And once this dries, you'll have, these berries will be shiny and look like they're embossed. Here we go. Now you're going to want to set it aside because it takes it a little bit for it to dry. You know, maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. All right, so I'm just going to set it aside and we'll let that dry while I work on the other card, and then we'll bring it back over because then hopefully it will be dry by then. All right, so the other card I'm going to do very similar to that one. I'm still using Blackberry Bliss, but this time I'm going to let the Designer Series paper do all the work. All right, so we have our Blackberry Bliss, because I loved this color. All right, so I also have a piece of white for the inside, if I can pick that up. And I chose to use the Designer Series paper that has like the birch marks on it instead of using the folder. So I'm just going to put some here. So this will go on the inside of the card. And then trim. Now I'm still going to leave the inside plain so I can use the card later. A lot of times the cards I do for my videos I end up sending as thank you cards for orders. So then this way the person can use the card. And I just put a little post-it note in there saying thank you for your order. I didn't write in the card so that you can use it yourself to send to somebody or as inspiration. All right. So we're going to bring this over and we're going to put that on. Now I'm going to put this on this time with some dimensionals just because it's Designer Series paper. It's a little thinner and I didn't emboss it, right? So it doesn't have that texture that the crumb cake one did because we ran it through with the folder. So I'm going to pop it up. I'm just looking for my, oh here it is, my pick tool. But I'm going to put it up just like I did before. So this card will be very similar. But like I said, we're just using the Designer Series paper as like where we did all the stamping. All right. So let me see if I can do this as good as I did before. Yes. All right. Now, the paper has the birds, but some of the birds have their butts off, right? Because this is on the side of the paper, but it's still usable. Don't throw these away. Now, obviously, like there's some with the heads off the bird, and that looks painful, so I wouldn't use that one. But like this one here, you could totally use, like on the side here, like it, you know, it looks totally fine. You could use it on the inside of your card. So don't waste these little guys here that have their little butts off. So what I'm going to do, just so I don't use the same one on the inside, I'm going to choose this little guy, and he had little bits of his tail gone, and I'm like, that's fine. That's totally fine. So I'm just going to use the green tip glue and glue him on the inside of the card. Just because I don't want to waste that cutie patootie. And then I'm just going to use his tail, like the flat of his tail, to stick him on there. So now you've got a cute little bird in there. All right, so let's get to the front. So I'm just going to use these guys and the greeting. So again, it's going to be very, very similar to the other card. I'm also going to put the fine tip glue on there. I just love the look of the fine tip glue on the berries. Okay, so again, I'm just going to use this as my guide, and I'm going to put it clear over this time. So it's along that side there. And then this time, I wonder if I should put this somewhere different. Or do I put it up there? I think I'll just end up putting it up there where it was before. That is fine. And the little bird's head kind of goes over top of that a little bit, so it looks super cute. So he's just resting on top of that greeting. All right, and I'm going to use the same bling, and then this time I'll use the silver, because I think the silver might show up a little bit more with that Designer Series paper. So 1, 2, 3. I'll put a couple more this time. And 5. And these are so nice. They're like really light, so they don't add a lot of bulk. And the top of them are flat, so that I think that helps also in your envelopes. All right, so let me bring my fine tip glue over, and we'll do the same thing. I'm just going to put the fine tip glue on my berries, and it gives them a shine, and it makes their coloring, you know, almost look brighter. So hopefully, if you've not bought the fine tip glue recently, because I wasn't never a fan of it. Is that real good English? I don't even know. I was not a big fan of it as a glue, but I love it as that crystal effect look. So see how those berries shine? All right, so let's bring this one over. Let's see if these are dry. I don't want to mess them up if they're not. I don't want to touch them, but you can see how they shine. Now this is the one that I did the day of the event. So we stamped with the moss, so it looks a little bit different. Here's that bling that I'm not sure where I put it, but that's the bling that comes with it. But you can see, you know, these guys are dry because I did that earlier. But see how those berries just shine? So cute. And what I totally forgot to do was these little guys. I forgot to do those. So those are a standalone stamp. I totally forgot about those. So that's that little pussy willow. And then we cut them out and we stuck them behind so that the bird had the branch had a little bit more going on, and I just totally forgot about that. But anyways, all right, so I don't want to lay anything on these because it is glue, remember. So if you do the fine tip glue as a crystal effects, as a way to put some shine and dimension on your stuff, just make sure you set them on a table, like away from anything, so you're not like stacking stuff on them, because that is something I would totally do. I would throw something down on top of it and then it's going to be glued. But so anyway, so here are the 3 cards. 1, 2. I have too much stuff on my desk. And 3. So what do you think? So just let me know, you know, what you want. I'm doing it as a class no matter what. Because it is too cute, and like I said, I think I will have more fun and be able to do more with it if I do it by itself as a class. All right, so hold on a second when I say see you later, alligator. I just think I will be able to do more, because when I do things as an event, I usually do three stamp sets, right? So then you have so many you could do, you know, so many projects you can do for each stamp set to kind of make things even. So I think I can do more if I do it alone. So that's just me, like, thinking out loud. Oh, so anyways, so let me know what you think. If you haven't done that with the fine tip glue and you haven't, make sure you give it a shot. And if you haven't got it, make sure you grab a bottle of it. But otherwise, I'm going to say see you later. I will see you Friday for my Dies of Shorts. That will be 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. I'll see you later. Bye for now.